What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and Netmarble decided to drop this new Noah special crafting event, which has some interesting resources in it. So the first resource is gold. I wouldn't farm for this at all, guys. I mean, you can farm for as many of these as you want. It's an unlimited amount, but it's easy to farm gold in this game. Honestly, you just don't need it. Even like, I think maybe a brand new player might want to do this, but you really don't want to use your AP for rush dungeons and other things as well in the game when you're first starting out in this game. So I really wouldn't recommend doing this because gold is actually very easy to acquire. The next item is these little boxes that can give you rare enhancement hammers and uncommon enhancement hammers, capsules, mystery boxes, right? And this is all right, but you can easily farm for, you can actually get hammers and capsules from your rush dungeons. I don't think it's really, I mean, you can farm up to 200 of these things, right? So, I mean, 200 times 50 is what, 10,000 of these tokens, and you could get all 200. If you want to do that, that's fine, but 10,000 tokens you're going to find it's going to take a bit of AP. So you might want to think about that and conserve on your AP, maybe for something like Rush Dungeons, because we usually get them every single banner that we have. So it's decent. It's not bad at all. I know some players are definitely going to go for it because they're going to have enough AP to go for it. But then we get into this item here, which actually speeds up the process in dispatch missions. If you get lucky enough to get these here, it'll speed up the process by 6 hours, 4 hours, 2 hours. And, like currently right now in the game, when it comes to dispatch missions, it takes a full 20 or 12 hours in order to complete one of these things, right? If I click on this here, reset it. Well, crap, I didn't even get another S rank. But whenever you have an S rank, S here, you actually have to wait 12 hours before this actually resets. It's a useful item. I think for some players, it's going to be one of those things where they want to rush the process. They want to speed up. They want to try to get, more primary shards at a faster rate. They want to try to get more of these prime memories. That's a primary shard, but prime memories at a faster rate. And it could be helpful for that. So that's something to keep in mind, But again, guys, you're going to have to spend a lot of AP. You can farm up to 40 of these things, which is pretty cool, but it's an RNG factor as far as, which one of these you actually get. It's a mystery. I wish it was a selection box instead, but I mean, at least, it is free. You can use your AP. Now, then we get into this item right here, which actually can reset your cores. Now, the thing about this item right here is, one, it's very expensive. It costs 500 of these tokens in order to get this thing, and that does take quite a bit of AP to use. So again, this is an item that, if you have a lot of AP, it might be worth farming. You can only farm up to 5 of these. But the thing is, you use that item to reset cores in here, right? So if I had let me just kind of back up a little bit. If I had a core all leveled up, well, I don't have it. Yeah. If I have a core leveled up and I hit reset, yeah, you use one of these items to actually reset the core. And if I hit OK, then all of these things here will go back to 0. And I can change these things to what I actually want if I'm not happy with certain cores that I've leveled up. So it's actually a pretty useful item. But the thing is, you get 3 of those things every time you level up an EX character. So we're not level up an EX character, but whenever you have a character that isn't a native EX, like say Bison, Chun-Li here, Luke, these characters, Yori, Shizuru, these characters that are just native SSBS characters, well, whenever you unlock their EX core, whenever you get 3 memories and then you use a change-up kit to level them up, then you're actually going to get 3 of those reset core items, right? You're going to get 3 of these things every time you change a character from SS or BS to EX, and there's only certain characters in the game that have that available, but we're going to get more as time goes by. So it's not really a needed item per se, especially if you feel pretty confident in the skills and cores that you level up for your characters. It's not really a needed thing. I kind of wish they would have had a different item in here. It would have been really, really awesome if they would have had a BS or SS memory. Maybe that's asking for too much, but I think that would have been pretty damn sick, because on one hand, this item, it's helpful, and these items are helpful, but this item here, guys, for me, it's just kind of it's good to be able to speed up the process for a content creator. But I mean, if you're really trying to conserve an AP, I just wouldn't go for it. There's a lot of RNG in this one here. I wish it would have been something that was absolute, maybe selection boxes for capsules. That would have been a lot better. The gold's easy to farm. And these items here, they're just not really needed. Now you guys can see that I can already farm up to one of these and I can go to 4 more, right? So where would you farm for these tokens if this is something you're interested in? If any of these resources are something that you want, well, if you click on this little item right here, it tells you exactly where you can farm for. You can farm for them in story mode. You see this is going to last for another 18 days, special in the event dungeon, the power-up dungeon, and special materials in the epic quest. Now, my recommendation to you guys is if you're going to farm for this, and remember, we still do have the rush dungeon. So if you're still trying to farm for these coins right here, do keep that in mind, guys, because you can get, these cards right here. You can get, gold hammers. You can get actual selection boxes for capsules, selection boxes for experience balls. So do keep that in mind. You might want to use your AP for this instead, depending on what you actually want. And there's our reset. Not bad. They give us one of those things for free, which is always really cool, right? But my advice to you guys is go into the power up dungeon and farm for your resources in the cards here, right? This is where I would recommend. Now, if you're farming an epic quest, maybe you'd want to go ahead and farm an epic quest for these things. But I would highly advise this because in here, thank you so much for the subscription. In here, you can actually get, I mean, obviously you're going to be able to get the tokens, but you can actually get a lot of these cards to help, either transcend other cards that you're currently working on, or you might actually even get lucky and get one of these EX set cards in here. If I can actually find those things, like you might actually get one of these babies right here. And that's pretty damn nice, guys. I mean, these things are OP. I actually have 2 selectors and I actually can get 3 sets of these. So it's not really needed, but I still want to farm in here because I want to get some extra resources to level up cards. And you might end up getting a 3PG that you really want for a character. So I would highly advise coming in here, and you might even get like some cards right here for you as well. And as far as which tier to farm on, I've always said, as far as the best bang for your buck, tier 7 is a really good one. It only requires 48,000 CP, which isn't a tremendous amount. Even newer players are going to be able to get this amount of CP, say after a month or 6 weeks, 2 months of playing, pretty easy. And there really isn't much of a difference between tier 7 and tier 15. Now I'm going to go ahead and queue up a little AP here because I have a large amount. And remember, I need 2,000 of those tokens. So we're going to go ahead and gain 2,000 tokens and see if we can get lucky getting in here. Now it requires 164,000 CP in order to do this, right? But we're going to see if we can get lucky and get some goodies, right? So let's see if we got anything good. This is an excellent card for leveling up your cards. Got quite a few tokens here. Nice, nice. So, I mean, in this one here, we were able to get, a lot of tokens, guys. I mean, we got 65, 74, 69. I mean, we're looking at over 200 tokens right here easily. Yeah, probably around 300, a little over 300 tokens. So I could probably do this a few more times and get enough tokens to where we can actually get all of those core resets. Because for me as a content creator, that's actually a really, really good thing. I probably might have skipped over a good card here. But I just want to show you guys, maybe you can get lucky if you do farm in tier 15, or even if it's even worth it to farm tier 15. I mean, you get all these resources to level up your cards. I mean, it's a really good place to farm. But again, you might be farming an epic quest. Maybe that would be a better choice for you. Or even story mode if you're trying to farm for rubies. If you're new to the game. Let's do this another time here. Okay. Now, there I got a 5PG. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, these are all just going to be fodder cards for me. Because obviously I'm a veteran, been playing this game forever. But no, let's take a look and see how many of these cards or how many of these tokens we have right now. So right now I got 2,400. We only need about 600 more. So we'll go ahead and farm one more time. We'll do that one more time here. And maybe I can get lucky. all the way into tier 15. And as you see so far, I really haven't got very lucky at all as far as the cards that I'm getting. But I can still use all these cards as fodder. I mean, like these here guys are really, really good. No, I probably ended up skipping over a good card more than likely. That's a nice card right there. Yeah. Okay. So we pretty much plowed through my AP, and you saw how much AP it took. That was a lot. Right? And now I can go ahead and queue these up. I got 5 of these, and this is really good for videos. Maybe to show you guys the difference between having cores on one setting compared to cores on another setting. And then, since I have a tremendous amount of AP, and this is just me personally, I'll probably end up going ahead and farming, maybe a bunch of these things here as well, or at least farming up all 40 of these. But it's really up to you guys whether or not you want to do this. Again, guys, I really don't think, like, if you're trying to conserve in your AP, I really wouldn't recommend doing this. There's nothing really in here that you need per se. You can actually farm for materials from this box here in your rush dungeon, and you actually use selection boxes for your rush dungeon. So I think that would be a better place to actually farm for these. But it's really up to you guys whether or not you really want to farm for any of these things. I mean, the reset cores will come in handy in the future for you. These here are just going to speed up the process for you as far as your dispatch missions. So if that's something that is important to you, then maybe you might want to farm for that. But again, it really depends on the amount of AP that you actually need. So let me know how y'all feel about the Noah Special Crafting Event. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. JD+7 time. The link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody.